I'm Dominican, so, we love Bacardi rum and mojitos. We're like very, very involved with keeping the integrity of what this song means for the world. As we all know, conga is a classic. I was so excited when the initial idea came to us through a partnership that we were doing with Bacardi. They had an amazing plan to basically recreate the song with 3 creatives that have never worked together before and bring a fresh vibe to the track while creating a global campaign that made everybody want to dance around the world. I heard that and I was just like, I'm in. And then my second thought was, wait, hold up. You guys are recreating conga? Like, this is allowed? Boi-1da was on board. We kept the original hook, obviously. I feel that Meek and Boi-1da really, really made it new, like brand new. I was just so honored and happy to work with them and collaborate with them on this, on the track, on the video, which is incredible. I feel like life is worth celebrating every day, and we might not always be in the best position to remember that every day, but I feel like when we can and when we can have songs that encourage that, it's amazing. And so conga has always been that for us, especially as a Latin community. But now bringing it back after, a really hard year, I really wanted that to be like, wherever you are, dance, celebrate life, get your body on the dance floor. Your dance floor could be the living room, it could be your bedroom, it could be the roof, wherever you're at. But if you're listening to this song, you gotta get moving. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga beat. I have one really, really vivid memory that I talk about all the time. My house was like the house that all the family members would come to party at. And so prior to the party, my parents would put on like the playlist, and Gloria was like the first in that CD order. And I remember that I would just be spinning around in the living room. I remember this one night just spinning under the lights of the living room and like imagining that I was on a stage and just, doing my little kid salsa away to the track. The history of the record for me, it just brings back so many memories in my childhood, and also just reminds me of how impactful the track itself was for our culture. And for, someone like Gloria, she was one of the first artists that I remember really looking up to because she was so successful at being exactly who she was, where she was from, and also reaching a general market audience. The fact that I can come full circle to be a part of a song that was so important for us and for me and my inspiration to be an artist is so, so cool. Now we feeling wavy, chilling somewhere in the tropics with my ladies. About to tell my Boi-1da, we gon' need some more of that conga, cause I feel him looking at me, and my girls be fly as can be, dripping in sensuality, two-stepping till eventually. So going into the first verse, we're about to do the conga, so we gotta get there first. There has to be a DJ at the party, you know what I mean? And that's Boi-1da. When you get to the club or when you get to the spot, you already want to put in your request for a track, I hope, or even just, I hope they play this song. If they play this song, I'm about to go off, So that's definitely what I was thinking about. My favorite tropical destination to get away with my ladies, or anyone really, just give me a chance, is going back to homeland, to DR. I mean, I think anybody, even if you're not from DR, can agree that it's the best place to vacation. República Dominicana lo tiene todo. It's just such a good time. And so when I wrote this lyric, I was thinking about, how can I transport myself to a place that feels like conga? And conga feels, tropical. It feels sweaty. It feels dewy. It feels, I'm trying to get out and party and feel good about myself. And so I know when I'm stepping out with my ladies, you gotta make sure the drip is nice. We all like to believe when we step into a place that we're show stopping. So, and that somebody's looking at you. So I had to create that story to create the tension that would, drive me and my girls to the dance floor eventually. He said, muévete un poquito. I said, tráeme otro mojito. Now me and you, we got the cheat code and we got Bacardi. It's a party, everybody move your body now. Before even starting the lyric, I wanted to put in a little bit of Spanish and create that Spanglish back and forth that I usually do in a lot of my songs, because that's reflective of me. It's also reflective of the new generation of Latinx people in this country and also abroad that speak both languages and are bilingual, and I wanted to reflect that. The original actually has no words in Spanish at all other than conga. So I was like, this would be great if we can throw some Spanglish in there. We got, all of those elements. We're feeling wavy. We got the drip. We got the DJ. Now we got Bacardi. It's a party. Everybody move your body now. Like, there's no way that you're not going to be able to move. So it incorporated all of the things that I think about when you're getting ready to dance at a party. Everybody gather round now, let your body feel the heat. Don't you worry if you can't dance, let the music move your feet. It's the rhythm of the island and like sugar cane so sweet. If you wanna do the conga, you got to listen to the beat. Dance has always been a huge part of like my love for just performance in general, and that's what first made me fall in love, along with just singing, obviously, since I was a kid. But there was always music in my household, and my parents loved to dance. They may not be the best singers, they love to sing too, but they're better dancers than they are singers. So they really took pride in like teaching us a lot of tropical music and dance styles like bachata, merengue, salsa. All of those styles, my parents were like placing my feet when I was from when I was 5, and them showing me how to do it. And now I'm so grateful for it because it allowed me from such a young age to enjoy dance, and specifically Latin dance, like for, my entire life, and have so much respect for it. I got shorty with me making plans on a jet. Couple more sips on my lips and we said, baby, get what you want, pick what you want, say let's do more, get your body on the dance floor. We didn't think that we were gonna have a bridge section, and then when Meek hopped on, a lot of the Bacardi team and Boy Wanda and I were thinking like, man, we need like another part, and we knew that we wanted to make the song feel like we all recorded together, even though we didn't. But we also wanted like to pay homage to the original lyric. Aside from the hook, the original exudes all of the tropical musicality, along with adding like some supersonic sounds that are you would think aren't like tropical, and that's what made the song so revolutionary. And so I felt like we were trying to do the same thing, but just in a different way. For this music video, I think I danced the most I've ever danced ever. Ian Eastwood was the choreographer for the video, and he is obviously someone who I love, but also cracked the whip on me to make sure that I was doing all of the moves to exude all of the conga that we needed to for this video. Anytime you're hearing Meek, like, you're getting ready to get pumped up. Like, Meek is who you want to listen to when you getting pumped up for the party, you're getting pumped up for the workout, and I feel like conga for so long for all of us has been like, okay, it's party time. Once we got onto set, he was rushing like to go because he had a private jet. Like the lyric said, I got shorty with me making plans on a jet, literally leaving at 12 a.m. that night. And it was like, I don't know, it was like already like 10:45 or something like that. And we had like a certain amount of time to get this shot. My boy Meek, he lives true to his lyrics. He lives this life.